Rediscover Your Stash. June in the Rediscover Your Stash group is a spending freeze month, and that means no shopping. So put down your credit card, go scroll away from the online shopping stores, Amazon, TikTok, wherever you're doing your shopping, and head over into the group, and you can play along with all the fun challenges that are going on all month long and use up your stash. So all month, that's kind of the goal, is instead of buying new things, don't worry, you're not going to miss out on anything, I promise. You are going to spend the month using up what you already have, and it's going to feel so good to put a dent in your stash. Maybe you'll end up with an empty container or some empty shelves. Whatever your scrap area looks like, hopefully it is being emptied and albums are being filled. And then at the end of the month, you can go and treat yourself and buy something new, and it's going to be really exciting and really rewarding to go and spend a little bit of money and maybe be really intentional with it and pick something that you've kind of had your eye on, and that can be your reward. So the link for the group is down below. This is Sarah's group, and she does a few spending freezes throughout the year. So it's definitely a great opportunity to kind of work with your stuff and just keep yourself, using up what you're bringing in, because we don't hoard anymore. We don't need to hoard. There's always going to be a new, beautiful, gorgeous collection or color or whatever it may be, whatever your crutch is. There will always be something new coming out. So you don't have to worry about hoarding what you have. Use it all up. Create beautiful things, beautiful layouts, beautiful cards, whatever you like to create. And work on these challenges all month long. So definitely check out the group. So my challenge is a sketch challenge, because I love sketches, and I feel like there's no excuse when you have a sketch to not be able to create something. You either can just literally copy what the sketch is, exactly the way it looks, or you find something about the sketch that kind of is sticking out that is really inspiring, and then that gets the ball rolling and you create some beautiful projects. I also think that sketches are kind of fun because you put it together the first time, and maybe as you're putting it together, you go, ooh, you know what? I have another good idea. And that just kind of keeps that ball rolling, and you can put together a whole bunch of layouts that were all inspired by that one initial sketch, because something has sparked an idea and you just let your creativity roll. So the sketch that I created, I really wanted to kind of give the suggestion of the design without giving too much information on specifics. So I wanted you to be able to look at the sketch. I used just basic rainbow colors. I used basic shapes to kind of represent the photos and represent the embellishment, because I really want you to kind of take it in whatever direction works with your stash, works with your pictures, works with the mood that you're in, the theme that you want to kind of play around with. And so no excuses. You can put this together using cardstock. You can put this together using tons of different patterns like I'm doing. None of these papers match. They're not all from one collection. I pulled them all out of my summer iris container. I kind of have this container filled with summery papers and summery embellishments and stuff. So when I work with a collection, and then maybe there's one specific paper that kind of I think of as more of a vacation-y summery type paper, or maybe it's the entire collection, or it's a bit of ephemera. Sometimes those packs of ephemera have that odd piece that is really speaking to you in another way. I tend to organize my stash that way. So I have things sort of by theme, and that theme is slightly seasonal. So yeah, I just pull them out. And then when I'm creating my summer albums and, all of our camping stuff and that kind of thing, then I just have this mishmash of papers that kind of work with the general season, the general like vacation theme. So I pulled a whole bunch of those. Some of them, I shouldn't say all of them aren't from the same collection. Some of them are from the same collection, but out of the 10 pieces of paper that I have there, maybe, 2 are from one collection and 2 are from a completely different collection. And then there's some random ones thrown in there. Some of them are kind of bold patterns and some of them are a little bit more muted. I just wanted to get a whole bunch of stash used up and make this feel really summery and fun and build up a bunch of layers. And I wanted my sketch to be really open so that you guys can roll with exactly what is going to work for you. If you want to do a piece of cardstock and then a pattern and then another cardstock and then a pattern, that's great. If you want to keep going and add even more layers, you could definitely do that too. Do what works for you. So I thought, let's get a whole bunch of layers on there. Let's get a bunch of pictures on there, because that's another thing about, being on a spending freeze. You're concentrating on getting your stash used up. You got to be scrapping lots of photos. Why not? Let's get them out of their little packages and get them onto pages and into your albums. So I got 4 photos on there, and then I did a little embellishment cluster with each one of the photos, so that gives you lots of opportunity to get some ephemera used. You could do some stamping, you could add some rub-ons. Again, I just have a mishmash of embellishments that are from different collections. I've got some Echo Park, I've got some Pink Fresh, I've got some Simple Stories, but the thing that keeps them all kind of working together is that they're all summer and vacation ephemera. This is my big container of summery ephemera. So, I throw that in there, and you can see some of the stuff. It is all from the same pack, and some of it is just random stuff that I popped into here because it seemed to fit better with the summer theme than whatever theme it came with. And I just pulled out some fun stuff. There was really no rhyme or reason here. I just wanted to have fun adding all these layers. I did, as you saw me kind of putting it together, I did cut out some of the centers from the pages. I wasn't intentionally trying to be stingy, but when you start adding all of those layers, you can kind of go by feel with your own layout if you think that it's getting a bit too thick and too bulky. And so to cut down on that a little bit, I cut out some of those centers. And then essentially I just layered everything up. I did mean to do my splatters at the beginning before I put my Summer Lovin' foam title in there, but I got really excited and I stuck it down, and then I didn't want to pull it back up and rip the paper, so I just did some splatters around all the stuff that was already down there. But in the sketch, I did think it would be cool to have these big, beautiful splatters kind of underneath everything, and then you could layer it all up. But you could use texture paste or anything like that to create some pattern too, especially if you're not using a lot of patterns within the papers themselves. If you wanted to add texture by adding different mixed media mediums, that would also work really well. So I have, again, some puffy stickers or foam stickers. Those are from Simple Stories. And I have some of those like just flat cardstock stickers from Pink Fresh. And this is another mishmash of summery stuff. And then a bunch of acrylic pieces that I really haven't been pulling out and using all that often. So I put them in this container thinking, they're the flowers and the more bright colored stars and stuff like that. Maybe if I kept them with the summer stuff, I might be more inclined to use them rather than kind of have them tucked away where I don't see them. But it's not really working. I'm not using them. So I thought I'm going to do it now. And I just happened to find some stars. I can't tell you where I got them from. But I found them and they're in kind of the bright summery colors. So I put those into my little clusters. I've got some stickers in there from Vicky Booten. These are like those gorgeous soft foam stickers. Where do they come from? I think those ones are, I want to say Freckle Vaughn, but old stuff. I'm working with a lot of old stuff. And then I'm going to finish everything off with some sequins. So really, this was just a fun layout in using up my stuff, mixing and matching things. Because if you're working with your stash, you might have to go ahead and mix and match some stuff, and that's totally okay. If the colors kind of match, if the theme kind of matches, the general feel of the products kind of match, then go for it. You know, don't overthink it. This is really just an exercise in using up your supplies and enjoying the products you've already bought so that you can make room for maybe buying some new stuff in July. So that is my layout just about done here. So again, please go and check out Sarah's group, go check out all the challenges, and Sarah is going to have a prize for this challenge. So a $10 gift certificate to a Cherry on Top. Your name will go into the draw if you actually participate in the challenge. Create a layout using the sketch and leave it in the comments in the group in this challenge post. That is it for me. Thank you so much. Good luck to everybody. I hope that you all enter, and I can't wait to see what you create. I will be back again soon, so until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.